Hello and welcome back to the Future is Bilingual podcast. My name is Heather. Today's episode is going to be a short one. It's not an interview, but just a quick idea that I wanted to share. So the other night, I was starting to plan some future episodes, and this idea just kind of came to me, and I started writing it down. And I later created an Instagram post, and I just want to share this with the podcast because not all of you have Instagram, so not all of you have seen this idea. And possibly there might be some new things that I say that I didn't write in the Instagram post because I'm just creating this without a plan. So we'll see where this goes. The title is Spice Up Your Language Learning Routine. So this episode, I was trying to think about ways to be, more productive and have more structure in my life and more structure in my language learning and things like that. So these are some simple ideas and ways that you can make your language learning more fun, put in a little bit more variety, and also have more structure. So the way that these are organized is based on the day of the week. So each day of the week has a task that you can do or an idea of something that you can do. Okay, so let's jump right in, starting with Monday. So Monday is Music Monday or Movie Monday. So again, the idea here is that you're going to get some listening practice and hopefully something enjoyable, something you've chosen. And so this is input, right? So obviously a movie is a lot longer, but you could pick a short movie, you could pick a series, but the idea is to listen or watch something on Mondays. And of course, sitting back and watching your favorite show is great, but you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of it. So, for example, if you're going to listen to a song, great, listen to it, but then also look up the lyrics or put on the captions on YouTube so you can see what they're saying if those are available. You can look up words you don't know, try and sing along. Okay, if you're watching a show, put on the subtitles. If you're usually defaulting to subtitles in your native language, you could try putting on subtitles in the target language. So the language that you're listening to, right? Okay, so that's the idea for Monday. Kind of a nice, easy, fun start to the week. Next is Tuesday, and this is Tell It All Tuesday. Okay, so again, I'm a nerd, and I liked all of these are going to be alliteration, so it's going to have that same sound like Music Monday. Tell It All Tuesday. Okay, so this is a day that you're going to get a lot of output, right? So you're going to either speak or write in your target language. And there's no set thing you need to write about. I think it's really great to keep a journal and just write in your target language without worrying about grammar, maybe looking up vocab as you go, as you need it, because this is really personalized to you. Same thing with speaking. Okay, the idea with speaking, you could just speak, but it's really great if you record yourself because you could then rewatch it down the road and be like, wow, I made so much progress. Look at this was me in October and now it's April, 6 months later, and look how much better I speak. Okay, same thing if you have a written journal, you'll see how your target language is progressing the more that you write. And it'll just get easier and you're going to pick up more vocab as you need it. Okay, so that is Tell It All Tuesday. The next day, again, it's a Wednesday, so it's Wordplay Wednesday. The idea here is to play some sort of a language game, and there's so many language games. And of course, one is the minimum. You could play 2, 3, etc. Or if you have multiple languages that you speak, maybe you play a different game and then you play the same game in a different language or a different game in a different language. There's many choices. Okay, so some options here. You could do crossword puzzles, you could do word searches, Wordle, Scrabble, Boggle, Hangman. And again, there's apps, there's websites. It shouldn't be too hard to search for these. And then there's probably a version available in your target language. Now, that's, of course, true for the bigger target languages, right? So if you're learning French, Spanish, Italian, German, not so true if you're learning a very small language or a dialect. So again, you might need to be creative here, maybe make your own. That could be part of it, right? Making up a language game or finding jokes or something that's a play on words. Okay, so some sort of word play. Okay, Thursday is Theme Thursday. So the idea here is you would pick a theme and then you're going to try and build your vocabulary around that theme. You're developing your vocabulary. So if you pick the house, maybe you already know a bunch of things in the house, right? So you're going to write down all the words you know, like lamp, bed, chair, desk, pen, etc. Okay, or part, could be parts of the house like bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, attic, etc. And then you're going to look up new words. So you want to build on what you already have, right? So if you already know those rooms, what are some other ones? Maybe you don't know how to say basement, okay, or closet, things like that. So you're going to try and build your vocabulary. So again, see how many words you know. You could pick a topic that you know nothing. Okay, so depending on your level, if you're more of a beginner, maybe you just pick a topic you know nothing about and you find a bunch of words. Okay. And actually, I just did this one today because I'm recording this on a Thursday, and I decided to do Halloween because it's pretty apt right now. It's right before Halloween. And I don't really know any of those words. They're pretty specific. So I did this in Italian, and I just didn't really know much besides black cat. So I looked up Halloween vocab in Italian and found a bunch of words. So, most of that I did not know to begin with. So you can just pick a theme, even if you know nothing about it, and learn a bunch of new words. Okay, you can get a little bit more creative if you do like a concept map. So you put words that relate to each other together, kind of group them in pairs or in more, what do I want to say? Groups that make sense. Okay, so like with Halloween, I could put all the animals together, right? The black cat with the owl and the bat, right? Those are all the animals. And then things that have to do with the grave, the gravestone, the cemetery, right? Those could all go together. Things that to do with the body, like skeleton, skull, things of that nature. Okay. You could also try making up sentences with them, right? So you're trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone on this day with vocabulary. And again, even just making the list is great, but there's always an extra step, right? If you want to take it further. Okay, the next day is Friday. Okay, so we've worked hard so far. So Friday is Freestyle Friday. You have some freedom. You get to do whatever you want in your target language on this day. Okay, so this could be you want to read a book, you want to call a friend and chat, maybe watch some YouTube videos, maybe listen to your favorite podcast, maybe you want to look at social media or create a post on social media in your target language. So really the key here is just it's your choice. It's up to you. You have the freedom. So pick something that you enjoy. It's Friday. Everybody loves Friday. So do something fun in your target language. The next day, Saturday, is Social Media Saturday. What? Social media? Yes, I'm telling you to spend time on social media. The reason being that most of us are on there anyway. So why don't we make good use of that time? Okay, instead of just scrolling, liking random things, I want you to engage in a very conscientious manner with target language vocab or target language accounts. So if you're not following accounts in your target language yet, that would be the first step, right? This Saturday, or whenever you listen to this, the Saturday coming up, find accounts that publish about your target language or just publish in your target language, okay? So that you're getting content in that language. And then, of course, you could use this day to look at those accounts some more, right? Keep looking at, if you find an account you like, look at their old posts, like things that you see, but also you can give a comment, okay? So you can write a comment in your target language. You could even send a private message, a direct message to the person in your target language, okay? So using that time on social media to practice your language or languages. And last but not least is Sunday. So this day, this is more of my personal preference, which is why I said it, is set up for success Sunday. So this is the day, because I, as a planner, I like to spend my Sunday planning for the coming week. So I use this day to reflect on what I've done, what I need to do the coming week, and to kind of maybe find my resources. So now that we have this whole weekly plan of music and vocab and themes, you could spend Sunday picking, okay, I'm going to watch this movie, or I'm going to listen to this song, or listen to songs from this singer. I'm going to do this theme because I know Halloween is coming up, or Day of the Dead is coming up, so I want to look at vocab for that. And then, what is it you want to speak about? You could pick those things now and then not have to think about them on the day of, right? So if you already have your plan, you can just sit down, write or record. You already have yourself set up for success. Or, of course, you can take your Sunday and relax, or do whatever you want in your target language, because that is really the key here, is to engage more with your target language on a daily basis. So it shouldn't be something that, oh, I have class on Monday, so I'm going to study Spanish Monday. No, you should be engaging with Spanish every day if possible, right? As my friend Heidi will say, she likes to touch her language every single day, right? So the language or languages that she's focusing on, she likes to have some contact, some interaction with them on a daily basis, even if it's only 2 minutes, 5 minutes, right? Even if you're just listening to a song, that's wonderful. It's great practice. Okay, so that was a very short episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you are in social media, come find me. I'm at The Future is Bilingual. And if you're not, you can always email me at tfibpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I hope to be in touch soon. Take care and happy learning. Bye.